This is James Hill, and you're watching Buzz Vision. Joining us for this segment is head women's basketball coach Corey Thomaston. Coach, thank you for joining us. The Jackets are heading this weekend to take on Schreiner and Texas Lutheran. Coach, give us your initial thoughts on two teams you haven't seen so far this season in the Western Division, and what you expect this weekend.
Well, I expect us to win first and foremost. We had an up and down weekend last weekend. With a big win over Sul Ross, and then about a 5-minute stretch against Howard Payne that ended up costing a tough game against a tough opponent. But we're going down, and it's a tough road trip. It's a long road trip for our girls coming off of finals week. But the expectations are, having watched both teams on film, that we're going to step on the floor and we're going to compete against two good basketball teams. With the understanding that these are games that we need to take care of our business. Our goal hasn't changed of getting to the conference tournament and competing for a conference championship, and we have to win games on the West Division to get that done.
Tell us a little bit about the challenge your athletes face as being student athletes with having finals week this week,
Sure.
as well as hitting the road, which is just always a tough combination.
Yeah, and it's tough this time of year too, because you come out of the finals week and you go straight into Christmas break. So they've been exhausted for now 2 weeks, because last week is final preparation week and they turn in all these papers and projects, and this week they take the exams, and then their brains go into silent mode, essentially just like your laptop does. And it's a situation where now they're focusing on their break, getting to go home and see their family and eat some good food and things like that. So it's really hard challenge for coaches at this time of year to hold on to their kids until they get through that final game. So it's going to be a tough weekend for us. Schreiner is a good defensive basketball team. They have a pretty strong inside presence, and it's going to be a good challenge for our girls to come in and do the job of getting stops against them and figuring out ways to score. And very well that to this point we have struggled from the perimeter, and that's one of the things that we've addressed this week, and how we're going to get better scoring opportunities for our guards. I have complete confidence in the young ladies in our team that they can score the basketball. We got to relax and play. We've been on the road a lot. I mean, this will be the seventh road game. This seventh and eighth road games that we've played this year, with only the 2 home games. And so I knew it was going to be a tough stretch for us, but I knew that we've got a good group of upperclassmen, a good group of freshmen that are here that need to be challenged early, mentally, to be able to overcome these. Because when we get in those East Division battles in January and February, the team that's mentally the strongest is the team that's going to come out on top. So we're using these as preparation, but at the same time, we need to get the job done this weekend.
And you kind of just touched on it a little bit. Let's talk about it a little bit more again. The team has struggled a little bit shooting.
Yeah.
There's no secret about that.
Right.
But what has this team been doing to kind of build their confidence back up and try to just get some shots to fall? Because, I mean, some of them just don't want to go down, it seems like sometimes.
Well, and we've been looking for the lid opener to the basket, too. I think it's in the cabinet or somewhere. But no, in all seriousness, our girls are putting in work. They're coming in the gym, they're getting shots up. Because the only way you can build confidence in yourself is through repetition, of seeing yourself do things right. And so the girls understand that. They know that even though they've worked hard, they've got to work harder. Even though they've been focused, they have to focus more. And we've got to find ways to get better shots, and that's one of the things. You start pressing because one person thinks that they need to carry the weight when you go through a drought where you miss 4 or 5 shots in a row. And so then for us, that has compounded mistakes by one person trying to do a little bit more than they're capable of doing. So this week, the focus is creating for each other, creating good opportunities for scoring on the kick-out passes, on the entry passes, and things like that. And so we've made some adjustments. We've added a few things to our zone offense. Everybody wants to zone us right now because they know that we're tough to defend off the bounce, and we're tough to defend in the interior. And so the shots are going to start falling. We've got too good of shooters for them not to. And we've seen, second half at UMHB where we hit 8 threes and really kind of came back and won that game. We shot the ball fairly well against Sul Ross. So we've seen glimpses of it. It just hasn't been the consistency that we need. And again, it's just going to come back to getting the time in, getting the work in, so that these girls can believe in themselves.
And finally, going into this weekend again, looking to get 2 conference wins. What are the keys to this weekend? What's it going to take to come out with 2 road victories at ASC?
Well, I think for us, the biggest key against Schreiner is to control tempo. We're a team that wants to run and get out and create opportunities with our defense. If we can do that, if we can establish for 40 minutes that we are going to contest every pass and every catch, and we're going to get out and run in transition because we dominate the boards, then that'll give us a great opportunity to win. Against Lutheran, we got to defend dribble drive penetration, and we got to defend their high-low stuff. And then we have to be able to hit shots on the road. You got to do two things on the road to give yourself a chance, and that's defend and hit free throws. And if we can do those two things this weekend, I feel really good about it. And then we turn around and go to Rhodes in a non-conference game on Monday, and they're an undefeated team right now. It's going to be a great challenge out of conference for us. We got to get the two conference games first. But those will be the two primary areas that we focus on, and not try to overemphasize the poor shooting at this point. Just let the girls work that out on their own. We're going to keep getting reps in and keep working on building their confidence so that they can step on the floor and just do what they're capable of doing.
Well, Coach, good luck to you this weekend.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
The LeTourneau will go on Friday at 5:30 against Schreiner, and then Saturday at 5:30 against Texas Lutheran. Be sure and check LeTourneauathletics.com for all up-to-date information.